opening my mission call was really funny because, I went to Oklahoma City, and I wasn't, this is kind of a thing with my family, I don't know. We don't do like the big invite everyone to our call, opening our calls. Like I just went and opened it by myself. I went to a room because I just kind of wanted it to be like me and God. And, oh, it was terrible too because it took 5 weeks for me to get my call. Oh, it was the saddest thing in my life. Anyways, it wasn't that important, but it was hard. And so I finally get it, and I go to some room on BYU campus, in the JKB actually, and I open it up, and like the first thing I see is like this big OO, like, Oklahoma City mission, and I'm just like, I was so sure because I was like, I was so sure. I was like, I've been studying like Spanish, and like I was like, I'm going out, I'm getting out of the country, and it's like Oklahoma City mission. I was like, what? And I mean, I did go Spanish speaking, so that was like, I was glad because I really felt like I had to go Spanish. But I was like, Oklahoma, I didn't even know where that was. Like I remember when I would explain to people like the boundaries of my mission, like it dipped a little bit into the state below it and state above it. And so I explained to people, yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma City. It like is like a little over half of Oklahoma, dips a good deal into Texas, and a little bit into Wyoming. And so I started saying that, and nobody like really was like, oh, that's not right. And so like I kept saying it. He's like, I guess it's below Wyoming. It's definitely not. And so I finally told my bishop, and he's just like, I think you mean Kansas. That would be the weirdest mission. And so I know I didn't know where it was, and which is ridiculous because now I'm just like in love with Oklahoma. It's like one of the greatest places ever. After like the first shock of that, like it started to feel really good. Like this is, and a lot of times this doesn't happen for people like right away. If you get your mission call and you're kind of disappointed at first, don't feel terrible. Like it totally happens. I've known missionaries who like weren't really okay with it until like their second transfer, and they realize, oh my gosh, this place is amazing. This is where I'm supposed to be.